Whoa, that fell. Is this message from Kenley Spirit? Because I thought I finished the reading. One. Yeah. This is from Kenley. So he's saying, put this first, put this before the video because this is important. So guys, before we totally dive into Kenley's location reading, I just want to show you things on these 2 pages because I was actually just finishing a personal reading and I was kind of dropping the energy of the lady I was reading for by the time I got to the dictionary. And when I opened this, I just felt like this was Kenley speaking to me again through the dictionary. And the number 1 has confirmed that yes, this is important. And this is why I felt compelled to record and show you this. I could add it into the video, but I need to show you. I need to demonstrate something about demonstrating because that flame and that candle, whoa, it's very sticky. So yeah, a sticky situation occurred. Let me just show you what I was drawn to first of all. Okay, so we have gender bender, transvestite, which is a term I have not come across before, but I feel like it's significant, or at least Kenley feels like it's significant. I was drawn to generate and he told me degenerate, put a D in front of that, degenerate, geld, castrated horse, and gene, something about chromosomes. And I did want to make a point because I only realized after I ended the reading that the dice that I had, let me show you, I moved it, I had a gender thing here. So something about gender bender, and I had it at the moon as a decoration, and some way throughout the reading everything was being moved around, chaotic, and it went like this, but it was kind of wait, no, it was this one. So the fact that it was even confusing for me is a sign in itself. It went like this, but it was kind of pointing upwards instead of this way. So to me, this is someone who is confused about their gender, and we just keep getting confirmations about this. Thank you, Kenley, for just bringing it to awareness. This person's genes, their family may be significant. Substance, there could have been substances going on that night. We also have secondary education. This is bringing us back to university, grievous bodily harm. So Kenley is saying he was grievously injured. We have gazette. This is like public information. Gaudy, someone was garish and vulgar. Gather, bring together. So something was gathered, I feel. A gate leg, a gateway. So there's some sort of light escaping from a place that is enclosed somewhere, a gash. There could have been a gash, a gasket. So this could be a rope. I'm hearing the term blowing a gasket too. Someone could be very talkative, a garrote. That could be significant. A garret, a room under the roof of the house, attic. So this is saying that it's not at the top of the mountain, underneath, kind of like an attic of a mountain of somewhat. Look, Garth, enclosed space, court, yard, garden. Yeah, so confine, undergraduate, college, there we go. Gate crash, enter uninvited. So something happened and the party was gate crashed. Someone was gosh. And yeah, correct information. This is the correct information. There's a generation gap. And genetic engineering, genetic fingerprints. So something can be found maybe about someone's genetics. I don't think a fingerprint will be found after all this time. Something about genitals. There was a sexual motive. Genius, but someone might consider themselves a genius. But yeah, I feel like Kenley's energy has been coming in so strong because he wants to let his loved ones, his ancestors, know that he is there. He wants to be found. But it's like there's a garrison of energy around where he is. So this could literally be spiritually protected. Witchcraft kind of stuff. Something is acting as a garrison, a fortress of energy when it comes to this case. But I feel like we are about to go through the gate. And punishment, 2 rows of hostile men. Hostile attacks because of criticism. Thank you. Yeah, the gauntlet. We're going to, issue the challenge. There was a challenge and a punishment because he said no. And the argument got hostile. What is this that fell? We'll take this as a confirmation card. Mystic. Thank you. And look, this is like literally a fort that is protected with energy. And this is Kenley saying, yes, his energy is here. It's very strong. He's saying, put this little clip first. And it's not even that little. It's about 6 minutes. But this is important information. And I just want to make sure that Kenley's message and his mystic energy gets out near and far. Because he wants to be found. But it's like he's hidden in some sort of a tree house or enclosed kind of space in the mountains. There are trees around, but something about a tree, because I think MJ picked up something about a tree too. Anyway, I will add this into the video and let me know what you get from the locations that come up. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jasmine's Crazy Cat Tarot. So today I want to do a second reading for Kenley Matheson. I'll put his picture here, and I will link my first video that I've done for Kenley in the description below. The reason why I want to do a specific location reading, we've already kind of established what happened, why. What we need to know now is where he is. Because Kenley went missing in September 1992. So Kenley has been missing a long time, over 30 years. And I done a remote viewing with Kenley at the weekend just gone. And I felt this urge, this need and desperation to be found. And one of my subscribers, MJ, I'm going to post her results here from her remote viewing. And she did pick up that he is sending his love to his family. And he's telling them, don't feel guilty. It's not your fault. This was no one's fault except who it was that did this. And Kenley isn't shy about giving us very direct clues about who it is. So what I want to do is ask the tarot, ask the true crime oracle, and get some sort of a location. The cards I've chosen are what I feel Kenley wants me to use. I was going to say Kenny again. And this is the perfect time to tell you that Kenny kept coming up not only for my remote viewings, but for my neighbours. I think even MJ's. So this is the surname of one of the potential suspects. And I feel like Kenley is always pointing to this particular suspect. He is very direct with that. And he's very direct with what he is telling me happened. And I heard the song Love on Top by Beyonce. And he was saying in my head, I was making a coffee and I was getting ready to connect. And he was saying, that's a sign, listen to the song. And I'm thinking, Love on Top by Beyonce? What the hell? But Love on Top. This is giving me mountain. And I have picked up peaks, mountains. I don't think it's from the very top, but there's some sort of lookout viewpoint. What I'm going to do is basically just post all my screenshots here in the video. So for searchers and Stephen, in particular, who is very dedicated to finding Kenley, screenshot, pause, do what you have to do. If you have any follow-up questions after this reading, just let me know down below. And anything I can do before the next search, let me know. And if anyone else wants to try read on Kenley's case or try some remote viewing, I'm very new to remote viewing too, but let me know and I will give you the guidelines on how to do that, because I feel like the more people who help, the quicker it's going to be that he's going to be found. And I do feel in my bones that he's going to get found. Bones are going to be found 100%, but you gotta look, you have to really, really look deep. As MJ said, excavate like the architects, you know, when they're looking for, you know, ancient Egyptian tombs or remains. This is how specific we have to be, because it's easy to miss after all these years. He's saying, look closer. Look closer, even at things that seem like there's nothing there. You would be surprised at what lies beneath. Woo, and now I am burning up. So, let's get down to business. Can we please bring in the energy for Kenley Matheson? Can we please direct the searchers as to where he is currently? Please and thank you. Okay, we're going to just ask the basic question, because I feel like we're just going to get a little bit more confirmation as to what happened. But let's just make sure. Never assume, as they say. So Kenley Matheson, can you quickly just tell us what happened to you and why? It's a match, 2 of cups. So this looks like an odd match, an odd pair. And to be honest, they kind of look, that looks like a man in disguise, and that guy just looks a bit creepy. So this could have been a match, but with the 5 of cups in reverse, this is like recovery from grief. So someone had to recover from their grief, recover from the disappointment, because Kenley rejected them. This person, you know, may not be typical, and that is in no offense, but Kenley is very direct when he is talking about this suspect, as he is showing you right now. Thank you, Kenley. So let's get maybe 4 or 5. What happened to Kenley? What happened to you, Kenley? The Fool, a new beginning. Look how high up he is. So this was someone who wanted a new beginning with him, a relationship with him, with the 2 of cups and the Fool, and he wasn't interested. The 5 or the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, and take note of the symbolism here, because I did pick up Witchcraft in my last remote viewing of Kenley. We have the 6 of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Swords. Ooh, okay. One more, Kenley. And we'll clarify with the True Crime Oracles, the World. Ooh. And that is pretty explicit, so let me put the cat here. Can I cover the boobs? Okay. So, something about the world, different places, Tokyo, Helsinki, London. Someone could be well-travelled, but someone wanted the world with Kenley. Someone wanted a new beginning with Kenley, and these ideas were turned upside down. Back of deck, we do have Strength. Ooh, and this is a woman dominating a man. So let me get a bit of room here on the table. These cards can be very on the nose. That's why I wanted to use them, because Kenley is very on the nose and he is determined to be found. So he doesn't care who's going to be offended. He's like, hey, find my remains. So I want to help. Let me help. So this is a woman dominating a man. Look at this. Look at the mountains in the background. So this is Kenley's spirit guiding, saying, this is where I am. It's like someone dominated him. This is like a female with man strength. Oh, and we have the Ace of Wands. We also have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So Kenley is confirming to us yet again, he rejected a love offer and he did not want what someone else had to offer. And I think this person themselves didn't even want what they had to offer. It's like they had one thing, but they wanted the other thing. Is this love hearts in the background? Someone was offering an offer of love, and they tried to dominate Kenley. So it's like when Kenley would not do what they wanted. This is when this brute strength came out, and it was like this was their way of protecting their ego, because Kenley hurt their ego by rejecting them. Okay, so this is someone irresponsible, someone who takes too much and restricts not only themselves but others too, someone who wants to keep their back turned. Okay, so the Six of Cups is someone who refuses to move on from the past, someone who maybe neglected their own needs, or in Kenley's case, neglected Kenley's needs because they felt rejected by Kenley. And this is very interesting because in this picture, let me show you, we do have a woman here, and that is cracked, and there is a man here opening his trousers. I do feel like someone had a sexual motive, and it cracked their ego, it wounded their ego, and it made someone behave like a little bitch, basically. With the Knight of Swords, this is telling us about drama unfolding, stressful situations, necessary battles, energy surges, and opposition. So to me, this is telling me that there was a passionate argument, a disagreement, and it led to a stressful situation, it led to drama, and someone was a little bitch because their ego got wounded. And basically, Kenley did not expect this surge of energy. This was a heat of the moment kind of a thing. He wasn't expecting someone to react so badly to this rejection. But I feel like they reacted so harshly because they were rejecting themselves, and Kenley rejecting them just signified and cemented this self-loathing they had. They took it out on Kenley, unfortunately. Thank you, Kenley. Let's get the where. Let's get the where. I'm getting notifications. So I do feel like there were people in communication with Kenley, or there was something to do with a call, something being dropped. I will show you the pages. I'll do that at the end. I'll show you the pages, and I will put in all of the screenshots that I haven't put in at the start. I know this is a bit scattered all over the place, but this is just how it's all coming in. It's all coming in like notifications. Even when I'm trying to do something, it's like, hey, here, I'm giving you more clues. So please help me get all this into one video, because I really, really want to help Kenley get that justice he deserves. So Kenley Matheson, tell us where you are, please, and thank you, Kenley. So can we clarify these cards by telling us where you are? Where did this happen? Whoa, we have caregiver and lies. So this is a gift. What was a gift? Was someone presenting or offering their love like a gift? Caregiver. I feel like this is Kenley telling his family to look after themselves. Don't stay in the past or blame themselves. They need to care for themselves and not neglect themselves. He wants to see them, seeing him get justice. So yeah, he's telling his family to look after themselves. So a gift in order so someone could dominate, maybe. Can we clarify the Fool? Where is Kenley? Where did this happen? Organized crime. So I feel like this could have been organized. And if this crime itself wasn't organized, this meeting up high in the mountains, I'm hearing somewhere over the rainbow. Can we clarify Page of Pentacles in reverse? Secret. Yeah, so this person is very secretive. And I was getting a mushroom shape and kind of like a keyhole. Something about a keyhole, something's inside something. I do feel like something will be found. If not Kenley or his remains, there will be something put into some sort of peephole or a secret hole in the wall. I kept getting that. Can we clarify the Six of Cups in reverse? Hidden. Okay. So someone who can't let go of the past has hidden Kenley somewhere where he will blend in to the surroundings. That's why it's so hard to find him. That's why I have to look really hard, because it's like a chameleon. It's so easy to miss. Whoa! And that just flew. I don't know if you've seen that. Let me get that. Fraud. So Kenley is telling us the Knight of Swords is a fraud. So whoever this is, they are not a true knight. They're a knave. They're someone who can talk the talk but doesn't actually walk the walk. And he's saying that he had a necessary battle and drama, a passionate argument with this Knight of Swords, who Kenny is saying is a fraud and continuously tells us is a fraud. Thank you, Kenny. Can we get one more for where you are, your location? Can we clarify the world? Where in the world are you, Kenley? Please and thank you. Man-made disaster. And the fire around this is giving flames, a passionate, heated argument. And something went down, a steep drop. I'm hearing a Radiohead song. You used to be alright. What happened? Is it 15 steps? It's something steps. 1, 2 step or 15 steps. And something a drop. So that's what I'm getting. I'm going to put the lyrics here. That could be significant. We also have a cleanup. So thank you for the confirmation, Kenley, that this person who did this, they didn't just leave Kenley where he was, where he fell, for example. Kenley was hidden somewhere secret, and that's why it's not so easy to find, even after all these searches in the mountains, because he was hidden somewhere secret. That's so hard to find, unless you know where it is. This person's a fraud. They know what's going on, and they know how to clean up a mess they've made. Okay. I'm hearing a song by Fiona Apple. It's called Paper Bag. Hunger hurts, but I want him so bad, oh it kills. 'Cause I know that I'm a mess, that he don't want to clean up. Okay, yeah, hunger hurts, but starving works when it costs too much to love, and my legs are shaking and shivering. So I feel like those lyrics are significant. Maybe this is how this person felt. They were hungry for love. But I just feel like the feelings weren't reciprocated, and they were angry, and they took it out on Kenley. I mean, Kenley couldn't feel something he didn't feel, and someone was angry that he didn't feel it in the first place. Covering her face. So yeah, someone's covering their face and covering what they truly know. Is that a hummingbird? I'm also hearing Hummingbird Heartbeat by Katy Perry. So for some reason, Kenley told me to take out the Oracle of the Witch. I really don't use this deck much, especially not with true crime, but Kenley was saying use this deck, so I'm going to do that. We do have Herb Garden. Herbs could be nearby. We also have the Crafter, Creativity. So yeah, it's like someone was working hard to create some sort of narrative. So, Kenley Matheson, can we get some location clues, please, and thank you? Do these want to fall? This one does. Sigil, symbols, thank you. We also have magical tools, magnification, Hecate, underworld. So, Hecate comes in different forms. So he's saying this person has many sides of themselves, and they're a shapeshifter. They change forms, basically. With the sigil, this is giving witchcraft sort of energy. So maybe look on the walls, look around any sacred places or caves, hangout places. If you see sigils on the wall, you're close. Marco Polo. And to Kenley, this is like a game of Marco Polo, and he's saying, if you see sigils, Polo, keep going closer, but look in different perspectives, because it's not always the way it seems. We do have the herb garden again. We have crone, death. So he is saying that a death occurred, a death happened. We also have puppet, sorcery. He's confirming that this person, we also have the 5-pointed star again. Someone wanted him to be like their voodoo doll. You know, they would bend to their will. And because he wouldn't bend to the will, he paid for it with his life. And when I was remote viewing last night, I was seeing a skull. Weirdly enough, I was seeing it in an oyster, you know, where they have the shells and the pearls. And in the oyster, I was seeing a skull. So to me, this is like in some sort of crevice or hidden place. We may find his skull somewhere. Did someone use or, you know, keep his skull at a certain place in the mountain in order to do some sort of witchcraft? It's like someone's using his skull, necromancy, but not for the good reasons, not to find him. Whoa, and this fell as well, and I literally just saw the skull. So thank you, Kenley. Sabbath's celebration. So I think Kenley went missing in September, so I'm not really sure. I reckon it would be here or here. But with the skull here, it's telling me, and with sacred sites, I feel like he is in a cave somewhere. And it says intensification. This is like someone who thinks they are a sorcerer. I'm hearing Starboy by The Weeknd. And apparently, Starboy, the real Starboy who that song is about, who's called Starboy? Lucifer, the morning star. So someone maybe worships Lucifer, curses and remedies healing. It's like someone had to heal their relationship with their self. Yeah, but someone 100% does witchcraft. Yeah, and look on the skull. This is the pentagram again. So I feel someone knows exactly where at least something belonging to Kenley is hidden, and they have used it for sacred purposes. And they could follow the dark calendar. They do things their own way. They're not like everyone else. They never have been, and they never will be. And they were upset that Kenley didn't see that. I'm hearing Jason was upset Kenley didn't see that. Thank you, Kenley. Kenley's energy is super strong. So I'm glad that he is giving us all the confirmation. So more location, Kenley. We will clarify. I've got some more tarot cards. So I just want to use the cards that are here. I'm going to keep clean up here. Party. Were there some sort of party drugs involved? Because look, underneath drugs, poison. That could be significant. Did they come from a party, or was there party drugs? That's what I want to know. Let's see. So Kenley, where are your remains currently? Where are your remains, Kenley? Broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace. We also have oracle, wait for important information. So this is what we're getting, Kenley. We want the important information right now. There's no time like the present. Someone could have said this to him. There's no time like the present. And someone was upset Kenley didn't share their point of view. Kenley, where are you currently? Where are your remains currently? So the searchers will know. We have the spirit fox. So if there are foxes on the mountain, look for the fox dens, the fox caves, animal habitats, places where the animals go to hibernate. Yeah. Feathers. So there's birds around too, high enough for birds, but not too high that other animals can't access. That's a clue. Sage, be devoted and committed. So he is seeing how devoted and committed these searchers are. And I just feel like he's really proud, because this guy looks really proud. He's trying to send a sign writing on a leaf. So he's sending signs in nature for the searchers. He's saying look out for them. Even if it's just a leaf or a feather, it means a lot. It's significant. Broken arrow. So yeah, something was broken. This could have been someone's heart, someone's ego. Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. So someone was too stubborn, and someone couldn't accept that Kenley did not agree with them. Kenley did not share their feelings, and they took it out on Kenley. Because they were too stubborn, they couldn't say sorry, admit they were wrong. So, yeah, their pride, their ego got the better of them. High Priest, intend and create. And this is a wrench here. It looks like, is it an Allen wrench? And I do know Kenley's first name is Allen. Of course, he prefers to go by Kenley. But I just thought I'd mention that he is saying that use the tools at hand, because the goal is to find where he is. If you see something on the wall, whether that be hieroglyphics, stars, sigils, I feel like there was a hanging place for people to hang out, maybe do drugs, lovers to canoodle kind of a thing. There could have been a lookout, a romantic place that's near the top, but it's not quite at the top. We also have seer, see beyond the current situation. He just wants people to see where he is, but it's easy to miss when you're not being, if you're not looking in the right way. So something about a matter of perspective. Maybe you'd be high up to actually see where he is, or underneath. You have to look at it from the right perspective to see that there's something not right. There's something broken. Okay, so let's get the story cards, and we will get a few more tarot to see. So Kenley Matheson. We will also use the dictionary, because I feel like he's very chatty when it comes to the dictionary. Kenley Matheson, please and thank you. Can we... This one wants to fall. Can we get some indication as to where you are, Kenley? Please and thank you. Where are you currently, Kenley? Yes. We have uncertainty in reverse. This is a fall. A fall. I feel like he could be between two things. This is kind of an opening. And I did pick up opening in both of my remote viewings. Some sort of opening, orifice in an opening, dropped in an opening. He was dropped. But I feel like someone moved him after the fact, just so they could know exactly where he is. Faith. Yeah, blind faith. This is really giving voodoo doll kind of energy. Blind faith. He could have had blind faith in this person. Self-reliance in reverse. So this person was dependent, and that's why they got so easily angered. Whoa! They were not all meant to fall, but we'll take them. We'll take them. We do have fierce in the background. So I do feel like Kenley was fiercely standing up for himself. We also have serendipity. And this is the shape I was getting, the mushroom shape. So this is giving me that something is either mushroom shaped. There's a cage up here. He's trapped somewhere. And this opening could maybe look like a mushroom, be in that shape. There could be mushrooms around, flowers, herbs. And there could even be something homely about this place. It could be a place to go where people canoodle, for example. We have magic, so someone definitely does do magic. Thank you for the confirmation, Kenley. We also have duality. So as above, so below. Someone had a weak ego because they were caught between a rock and a hard place. That's what Kenley is saying. He's caught between a rock and a hard place. This person was. They didn't know who they were. Both sides of themselves, the divine masculine and feminine, were fighting. And they felt like they had a magnetic connection with Kenley. But it's like they pushed him with their hand, or they could have reached out to grab his hand but let go, kind of like Scar and Simba in The Lion King. That's what it's giving. And I did write a song before. It's like instead of pushing, he was just let fall. But either pushing or, you know, this was accidentally on purpose kind of a thing because he rejected someone. Yeah, this shape is, I feel like there will be some sort of a weird shape and opening. You may have to reach in with your hand, but there is something in it. Check it. Metamorphosis. Wear gloves in case there's any creatures or whatever in these crevices, because God knows what's in there. But that's why he's saying God knows what's in there. Check, because a clue could be in there. We have giving. Someone wanted to give to Kenley, but it's like he would not give to them. So Kenley transformed, the artist. Okay. We have loss in reverse. Someone wanted to overcome a loss. Beauty. By focusing on their own beauty, by creating a new version of themselves. We also have flow. So because something wouldn't flow, this was in reverse too. So he's certain now that the reason why this happened was because he didn't give something to someone, and he could have had trust or faith in the wrong person. He didn't see someone's true intentions. There's another star up here. So I feel like maybe someone was doing witchcraft on him before the fact, or this could be after the fact, after what happened. They're using witchcraft to try keep themselves or the truth about Kenley's disappearance protected. Let's use the real life tarot deck and see. Okay. Okay, Kenley Matheson, location. Where are you, Kenley? Please show us. So someone could have receipts, a return receipt. Something about drugs, I feel. We also have a torso, and this is like a masculine torso. Someone wanted Kenley and he didn't want them. Kenley, where are you? Where are your physical remains? Please help me show the searchers where you are located. We'll play Marco Polo. This jumped out. Okay, surprise in reverse. Okay. And this is an overflowing ashtray. We also have conflict, which is a weird one. Kind of a cow with a broccoli head. This is giving the mushroom imagery again. So this is significant. There's some sort of shape. There'll be trees nearby. There'll be mushrooms nearby. Maybe a river, a lake, a pathway. And he's caught between a rock and a hard place. So this is where Kenley is. You will see these shapes. There's the mountains in the background. We also have the cult. So is someone a member of a cult? A rock and a hard place. This is just confirming what we're saying. He is caught somewhere. He's trapped somewhere. This is intentional. So someone can still harvest the energy instead of feel the guilt. Someone is overcoming this by maybe doing other things. The revolving door. This could be like a doorway, a window, a lookout. Some sort of lookout that people come and go. People could come and go for a good time. This could be a secret spot that maybe only university students know about. Surprise in reverse. So it's like by the time his brain registered what was happening, it was too late. We do have the rent-controlled apartment in reverse. Wow, thank you so much, Kenley. He is literally showing you guys what I channeled. Now, let me show you. I was trying to draw here because I didn't have any room left because I was just once I heard the music. But I said, well, instead of drawing the cave, I'll do it in this O, because it was kind of like a strike of lightning, some sort of opening, but it was a weird shape. And then I was thinking, is that a phallic shape, an L shape? I was getting kind of phallic words in my last remote viewing. And I'm like, why? What is this? Maybe he was trying to tell me, you know, who done it, whatever. Or, you know, an intention, motive behind it. But this is what it's giving. There's some sort of window or entryway, and it's kind of like a crack in the wall. And it may be hard to access or to get into, especially if you don't know about it. It's like a secret cubby hole or something like that people snuck into to get a good view. It's like a hot spot is what I'm getting. So you will see cracks in the walls, and if you see an opening, an orifice that kind of looks like a crack, lightning, a mushroom kind of a shape, he's saying there's something in there. Go in, and even if your hand can only reach, do it, because you will find something, even a skull. Like, I'm getting a lot of skull imagery here, and I will show you these because I keep forgetting. I'm just going every which way with this reading, but this is specific. We have the festival goer, someone who likes music, someone who's creative, maybe someone who's LGBT. This is the mountains in the background, the hot sun, daytime. My neighbor did pick up daytime. This could have happened in the daytime. We also have meat hanging in reverse. So instead of Kenley's body just being left out to the vultures, for example, someone didn't want that to happen because they wanted to know where to come back in order to make magical use of the bones. Is someone using something belonging to Kenley or a bone as a magical tool? Is this what it's telling me? I do feel like there's still something to be found, but it's like someone is using a part of Kenley for something, his essence even. The stand up in reverse, this isn't funny. It's like someone wanted attention, someone wanted applause, and because Kenley wouldn't give them this attention, instead of standing up, they pushed him down, they pushed him over the edge. The cracks were too much. I don't know what this is. I have no clue what that is at all. I think it's dips and chips. Chips and dips. So chips and dips in the wall. That's why he's saying, look at the chips and the dips in the wall and put your hand in the crevices, the orifices. Even when your brain tells you stop, he's kind of saying go against your brain, because this is very deliberate. Something has been intentionally hidden. And this is dirty food going down the drain, but this is upside down, so something is coming up from, you know, underneath. So his remains will be coming up, but you have to check all these hiding spots, these hidey holes is what I'm getting to tell you. And this is a place where people came and went to often. Maybe either Kenley or this people. I'm referring to this person as plural, this people. But maybe this person knew where this was, but the truth is coming up to the surface. Someone wanted to keep it hidden, but now is the time. Kenley is saying confirmation that it is his time to shine. Okay, so we're just going to get a few of these. We're going to get some spirit animal confirmations. Then I'm going to hit the dictionary. I won't let this go on over an hour just because of space. But anyone who is watching and searching for Kenley, please do keep in touch with me in the comment section. Anything I can do to clarify more or answer questions. Even if you're there searching, just get in touch with me. And as soon as I see it, I will, you know, do some confirmation readings or whatever. I really want to do what I can, because I feel very grateful that Kenley trusts me to get his message across. So Kenley, can you please just give us a little bit more insight as to where you are? Because the searchers are going to be searching for you again at the weekend coming. So please direct them. Show them the right way to look. Thank you very much. Comparison in reverse. Yeah, comparison is the thief of joy. And in reverse, there's no comparison. This is like between a rock and a hard place, a pipe, a tube. I've picked that up before, traveling in reverse. Yeah, so he is trapped. He's stuck somewhere. We also have ordinariness. So hills, trees, flowers, somewhere that looks ordinary, but it's far from ordinary. It's like a sacred place. We also have letting go. And this is like a leaf in the water. Okay. Change. Yin and yang, masculine and feminine. Someone literally could have had a sex change. I'm just saying what's coming. Letting go, the 8 of Cups. So someone walked away, ran away from the crime scene. Guidance. I feel like this is Kenley guiding me. I'm just here minding my own business. Like, hey, you know, I'll tune in when I can. And this is Kenley saying, let me guide you. Marco Polo, I need to be found. Look over here. He is guiding the searchers. I feel like you will all feel Kenley with you very strongly. He is near a water source, but he's not in a water source. I feel that strongly. Traveling in reverse, he is stuck, trapped. Look at these cracks in the earth. Look in the cracks in the earth. Because this is just giving us this energy yet again. So look in the cracks. Comparison in reverse. So this person didn't know whether they wanted to be Kenley or be with Kenley. And because they couldn't have either, it's like they took it out on Kenley. We have morality. This person has no morality. And I don't really know what this picture is. But it's kind of looking a bit, I don't know, mushroomy if you look at it from a certain angle. Yeah, some about perspective. Look at it from a certain angle. So if I'm looking at it like this, going up, and then these clouds, it is looking a bit like a mushroom, an explosion. I was getting that in my remote viewings. This is kind of phallic shaped, mushroom shaped. And basically that's what he's saying. Look at the shapes. They might be strange, but you're going to find something even stranger hidden in the cracks and crevices, because that's the best place to hide something, is in plain sight. Somewhere that looks ordinary, you wouldn't look twice at, but there is something that's been hidden. Okay. So I'm going to get messages directly from Kenley now. Even though I feel like this has been him talking this whole reading. This isn't me. He's speaking through me, and I just feel happy that he trusts me to deliver his messages. Okay, so Kenley Matheson, can you please give us some direct messages from you to your family and to guide the searchers on this search? We have Snake Spirit, time to heal. He wants his family to heal. And Stag Spirit, take the lead. So he wants the searchers to be like stags, leave no stone left unturned. Who says I can't search here? So yeah, he's saying that it's easy to find when you know where to look. We have the Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around. But this came in reverse. Usually these don't. I don't like it when these come in reverse. Not all of them are. But I really don't like them being in reverse. The Scarab Beetle Sphere. Magic works through you. So if this is in reverse, this is saying someone was using magic, dark magic, for selfish purposes and not good purposes. So someone is into the dark shit, the bad juju. And someone was hating on Kenley because they rejected him. Or he rejected them. Sorry, they were rejecting themselves, and his rejection was just their own projection, and they couldn't handle that. Grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. So something about a steep descent, a leap. I do feel like he could have been pushed off somewhere. The moth spirit, surrender now. Check the reeds and the leaves. He could be hidden under reeds that have been growing. I'm also hearing All I Need by Radiohead. I don't know if Kenley was a Radiohead fan, but if he was, we definitely have that in common. We also have the swan spirit, time for a deep dive. So he's saying, look deeply, don't leave any stone unturned. So something about stern, be stern when you're searching, and be like a swan. When a swan feels threatened, you attack. So he's saying there may be animals that attack when you search certain places, crevices, especially if animals live there. But he's saying this is where you need to go to find the answers. Don't be scared of Mother Nature. Take a leap of faith. Someone was doing dark magic, black magic. Surrender now. Moths are drawn to the light. So this is somewhere dark, secluded, enveloped, enclosed, encased. But there is some sort of peephole, a window, a viewpoint. So if you were a moth, where is the source of light that you would go? And instead of feeling the love, it was like the energy changed dramatically and drastically into hate. Okay, background energy, peacock spirit, let us shine. So Kenley, we do have, let me find this because it did come out. The sage was writing with a peacock feather. There he is, look, the peacock feather. So Kenley is coming through as the peacock, and he is shining a light onto those who are searching for him. He really appreciates it. His heart is full of joy, but he wants to be found. Look at the light. This is like a little window. So look where the light is, because something is hidden. He's going to shine a light on this, and he just wants to encourage everyone to stay committed, to stay devoted to the cause, because it will pay off. Even if you feel like the search has been testing you and beating your ass, he's saying the tables are going to turn, the tide is going to turn. Kenley is the peacock, and he's going to shine a light on where he is hidden, and you are going to find strange things in a place that may look very ordinary, or you know, something you wouldn't look twice at. Look twice, look from another perspective, is what Kenley is saying. Finally, let me get 2 pages in the dictionary for Kenley. And this cat fell. We're going to put this cat up here. And that felt so hot. So when I'm touching that, it's making me think of Marco Polo getting hotter. We're getting hotter when it comes to finding Kenley. Kenley, where are you? Melting point, becoming liquid. This candle is at its melting point. Yeah, look, wax, melt away, disappear, become merged with. So Kenley is saying he could be merged with something. He's been wherever this is for over 30 years. So he is saying he could be at the point where he is with something else. Yeah. People of many nationalities, tender, affectionate, melted metal. Yeah, so he's saying he could be merged with something. That could be the reason why he hasn't been found. You need to keep looking, digging deeper. Melodrama. Someone was very dramatic, meek. Someone wanted Kenley to be meek and submissive. Meet. This was a meeting place. A megalith, a huge prehistoric stone. Look at the big stones, because he's caught between a stone and a hard place, or a rock and a hard place. Megalith. We have megalomia, excessive desire for power over others. So I feel like this was whoever done this to Kenley. They had this. They were also very melancholy. We have melange, a mixture. They could be a mixture of everything. We have melanoma. Someone could have cancerous tumors or something to do with their skin. We have mellow, ripe, melody. Someone could like singing, member. Someone could be a member of an organization, a brotherhood, possibly memoir, memory. Yeah, someone wants to change their memories, mend their memories. Menagerie, collection of wild animals. So yeah, check where the animal places are. I picked this up for Jack and Lily Sullivan too. So yeah, you could find a lot of clues in animal habitats. So keep on looking. Lasting impression of dead or departed person memory. So yeah, I'm getting necromancy vibes. Okay, menial. We have mendicant, beggar, begging. This came up with the remote viewing I done the other night. Someone was begging Kenley to love them or to be with them, begging him. Menopause, okay? This is a middle-aged woman who would go through menopause. Menses, blood and menstruation. Someone does blood magic. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be with menstrual blood. It can be with regular blood. You don't have to be a woman to do blood magic. Measurable, being measured. Mental. Someone has mental issues. I picked this up in the first reading. Menthol, mention. Something about a substance. Mentor. Yes. My neighbor Rachel picked this up actually. Did she pick up grades? Mentor. So yeah, thank you for the confirmation, Kenley. We also have men. So a man. A man did this, a menacing man. But this was an informal meeting, kind of like as friends. The world of maps, rectangular in shape. So the Mercator's projection could be significant, working only for payment. Mercenary, eager for gain. Someone was eager to gain. You know, they wanted Kenley on the menu, put it that way. Merchant, mercury, that's a kind of metal. Mercy. So they had no mercy on Kenley. Maybe when Kenley rejected them, they turned the tables and then Kenley was asking them for mercy, which they did not give to him. They rejected this because he rejected them. Merge. So something is merged 100%. Where is that again? Become merged with. So to me, I feel like Kenley's remains are merged, mixed with something else in rocks, reeds, in a cave. That's what's going to make it so hard to find. Meringue, Mara. We also have mermaid, half woman, half fish. So this is Kenley telling us that this person is not what they delude themselves they are. We have Mesa. This is a hill with steep sides. So look down the flat-topped hills. Mediocrity, or what is that? Government. Oh, well, he's saying that the person who did this is mediocre no matter what they think. One of open spaces. So some sort of open space. We have an elementary particle. We have Mesozoic, which is the period of lasting from about 225 to 70 million years ago. So this could be like a really old sacred place, a mess. It could be very messy where he is habitually. So habitats, a message. There could have been like a phone call or a message given to someone. Messiah. So who has a Messiah complex is the question. And let me quickly show you these before I do the last page. So I got upside down triangle, crustaceans, drill. This is more tools in the hand, rocks, nests, inner window, a crack underbelly, shadowy. This was clam, pearl in a shell. And then I got to oysters eventually because I couldn't think of the word. Mushrooms up here. This was kind of an example of the crack, the window kind of thing I was seeing. A meet-up area, a crack, a dent in the wall. It could be an echo chamber. You can hear yourself echo when you're here. Middle peak. So not at the exact top, the middle, between a rock and a hard place. A back cave, steps. That Radiohead song, 15 Steps. This was, don't mind my writing. When I'm channeling, I'm not looking. Turn the knob on. So I was thinking of turning a cooker knob on, but it brought me back because I was thinking of a compass. So if there's any compasses in the mountains or, you know, right, east, whatever, go north, go up, but it's not at the top. The sundial. If there's a sundial or close by, go north from the sundial. There's a dent in the wall. You may find a skull. Ancient blood. This could go back to ancient bloodlines. Someone could be into that, into the occult. But we could find old blood, maybe on old clothes. This could be Kenley's clothes that we could find. And my neighbour got zigzag, a cliff, searching, mountains, drop. So yeah, drop comes all the time. Traveling, bribe, 21. Kenley was 20 when he went missing. I'm not sure about the suspect. Grades, mentor. This could be to do with university, school. This could be a reason for a meeting up. River, money, gambling. Someone was into gambling. Water, daytime, struggle, a car. BC, Victoria. This is in Nova Scotia though. So yeah, the few things that she got, I feel are significant. The number 21, so I don't know who is 21, or maybe the 21st will be significant. And I will also put what MJ King got. Kenley, can we get a final message? Thank you so much for connecting with me here today. Final message, Kenley. Okay, something about something being sold. Is this drugs, solarium? A glass-walled place. So exposure to sunlight. So you will see the sun through this place. Plexus, a network of nerves in the pit of the stomach. And I was literally feeling a drop in the pit of my stomach, as you can see with my remote viewing findings. So something about the sun, 100% soul, under the surface of foot. He's saying he is under your feet. Look in a different perspective. So keep digging under. The higher you go. Solemn. What is this? Solfa? Oh, sofa. Someone likes music. Someone likes singing. The sound of music. Solicit. Someone wanted to solicit something from Kenley. We have solid. We have solidus, an oblique stroke. Talking to oneself. Someone has an inner monologue. They talk to themselves. Now they're alone and lonely. Solitaire. I'm hearing solitaire by the Carpenters. That could be significant. Thank you, Kenley. Theory that one can only have knowledge of oneself. So someone thinks they only know themselves, that the world never seen them, the world only judged them. Solstice. So this is about north and south. So I feel like the summer solstice could be significant. He's saying it's a good time to check because the energy is high, the summer solstice. I think that could be like the 20-something of June, because I do know my mother passed on the 17th of June 2018, and she was actually buried a few days later on the summer solstice. So 4 days later, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So the 21st could be significant. A son, I feel like he is coming through to his mother, saying that he misses her. Confirmation. Sonar, underwater object, something. Confirmation, objects can be found underwater. Things were scattered because this energy is scattered all over the place. Lumiere, spectacle with music and light. So somewhere where we can see the light. Someone was drowsy. A turn, a somersault, fall head over heels. So this is another fall and somersault. It's like your stomach drops when you realize you've got a big fall, solve. We're here to solve the case. Kenley is helping us every step of the way. Somatic of the body. Somber, dark, gloomy. A wide-brimmed hat. Hats have come up before, so someone likes hats. Sonata. Sopping, soothe. Sonorous, deep, resonant. So, yeah, he's somewhere deep, but there's a deeper meaning as to where he is. Sonnet, sonic, something about a sound and echo chamber. Someone made a song and dance about getting rejected. Sophomore, second year student in American university. I don't know if someone was a sophomore, but that could be significant. Something is very wet. Brick could be significant. An undertone, the underbelly, SOS. So Kenley was trapped, so he couldn't ask for help. I'm hearing a siren, so this is confirming to me he could not call for an SOS because he was unable to. This person is sorry and they're full of sorrow, but they've thought of another way to think of it. They're also a motherfucking sorcerer and a motherfucking star boy or star girl or, you know, Lucifer, morning star. When we're thinking of occult, Satanism, my mind goes to the Baphomet, who is half man, half woman, sordid, very sordid. Sore, someone had a sore spot because they were rejected. You will hear an echo chamber, and Kenley's soul is with us, and he is seeking his justice. I'm also hearing Seeking Bromance by Tim Berg. That was Avicii, who also passed at a very young age. My mom also did. So this is a way of getting justice and seeking justice for people who passed on too young. We can still speak to them. It's not such a sordid thing. It's just another lie that we get told, that we can't do this, we can't access this. But in a world that we can access fucking everything, why the hell can't we access people on the other side who need help or want to bring messages through to us? So I feel like everyone is in a higher place now, even when we get down and we have a lot of grief, because my mother's anniversary is tomorrow, and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do this because my energy just feels all over the place too. But Kenley said we would go easy and he would just get everything that needs to come out. And I really, really hope this helps the searchers. And please let me know down below if there's anything else I can do, what you think of the insights given here. Make sure to screenshot the remote viewing findings. I will put them above again in case you missed them. And I can't wait to hear the outcome of the future searches, because Kenley is going to be found. He is determined about that. And I completely believe him. So thank you for tuning in with us, Kenley. And thank you so much for tuning in with me and Kenley. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe to stay updated for future readings. If you have any more questions or suggestions, let me know. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you all again in the next one. Goodbye and God bless. Mwah.